Alright, I'm Lost 13, and this is my new Hitman video. So for this one I chose Showstopper. It's actually one of the story missions. I did not give away any spoilers as far as I know. Yeah, I cut out most of the cutscenes. Targets are Victor and I can't remember the other woman's name. Nalia or something. Dahlia. Regardless, Mr. and Mrs. Novikov. And my planning, I wanted the remote explosive, fiber wire, traditional suit of 47,
Paris 47.
and
the show is just about to start. This is the
silver
red carpet
ball.
event of the season, and the guest list is a veritable.
And here I am entering the Paris mission.
Find Victor Novikov basking in the spotlight, while Dahlia
Or more
Margolis
specifically,
hosts the
47
heavy
making
guard
his
auction
grand
for
entrance.
a group of Iago's top customers.
So as usual,
Now,
this will go straight to my cousin, so he can see more of this fairly good game. We'll see what he thinks of my plan this time around. The limits I put on myself, I wanted to use the explosive, I only wanted to use my suit, and I wanted to suit, explosive, kill both of them together. Those were kind of the limits I put on myself. I'm doing this director commentary style, which means I'm going to comment when I feel like it.
That is Victor
And
Novikov,
knowing how chatty
head
I
of
can
San
be,
Grin
that
and ringleader
will probably
of
be
Iago.
throughout the mission.
Quite the resume.
Alright. So I've been watching a few missions that other people have been doing. Honestly, the variety that people approach these missions in is kind of impressive. So this is my particular style. We'll see. I don't know. It doesn't really match up. I watched one earlier that this guy, he was just all over the place. He actually pulled off the mission, but he knocked out 5 odd people that he didn't have to, and didn't realize that he had only knocked them out, not killed them, and just one thing after the other. So I considered going into my plan beforehand and then seeing how it evolved, but I decided to just let you watch kind of the process, how things went, and you might have noticed I was trying to avoid one of the 2 cooks that was watching the stairwell. Yeah, see how things evolved. Alright. So the first part of my plan, which you already saw, was to get the emergency plans for the security detail at this event. And now we're on to part 2 of my plan, which honestly involved a lot of waiting. Actually, this whole thing took so long that I got to the end of it and realized it had cut off this first portion of the clip. So I actually had to go back and re-record this initial portion up to about this point. I tried to make it a seamless transition, but coming up now, yeah, there's that camera jar as I cut between the 2 clips. and actually cut a little of the time that I was waiting for this to happen out. So he's down, which brings me to the second part of my plan, which was to get Viktor Novikov's bodyguard out of the way, and at the same time steal his cell phone, which I now have. I also took his pistol so nobody would stumble on that and start searching for me. Then I hid the bodyguard that I knocked out in the closet and proceeded to step 3 of the plan. I call it step 3. It could be step 3 up to the next part of the plan, or it could be step 3 and just sneaking out of the basement here. Either way. I do wish my cousin could get this game. He's an even bigger Hitman fan than I am, and I think he would absolutely love this, especially because of how open it is. This is one of God, I think I've done 14 different ways of completing this mission, and right here was where I realized that I was regretting not having the coins to distract that guard. I wasn't entirely sure I would make it up this post without being spotted. In fact, I still can't remember. I'll have to check the score at the end of the mission. There's some odd contextual buttons where you can end up wanting one context and getting another. And now I was waiting for that security guard sitting there to move on. La-di-da-di-da. There he goes. Yeah, something tells me my cousin would try suit only, kill only the targets, hide all the bodies, and don't get spotted. I'm actually going to try that eventually. I just haven't thought of a good plan to do it. So here's step 3 or 4, I'm going to say 3, of my plan. Hiding the remote explosive for later. So I put it in kind of an out-of-the-way place. I took some coins off the desk, and then I realized I have no clue how I'm planning on getting out of here. I considered going over the rail, but I didn't think that would actually work. And considered the door, and then I run back and forth because I thought one of the guys would be coming back in here. So I do that for a while and look around. Honestly, should probably fast forward this part, but I'm not going to. Right there, I was considering actually climbing up into the attic, sneaking through the attic and trying to go out that way, but I realized there were some guards in a major thoroughfare that I wouldn't be able to sneak past. And then another time I thought a guard was coming through that door. Oh, did I mention I didn't want to get spotted? That I was making it so I had to do this without getting spotted? Might have, might not have. And I never realized exactly how long I was sitting in this room. There I go. Yep. So my end result as to how I was getting downstairs without being spotted was I was going to sneak over to the other side of the building where there's a pipe to go downstairs. You know, when I watched this, I realized like bending over for that long would suck. My back would cramp up so much if I tried to do that. So now you get to watch me creep around this ledge. So this was a pipe. However, there's a guy watching it at the bottom, so I can't use that one. And so on and so forth. And then second pipe, another guy watches this one. So I kept going. And finally getting there.
One's upstairs. Oh, yeah. Nice house.
This honestly may turn out to be too large to post. That would suck. I have no clue why I did that. It didn't really save me any time. Maybe a little. Regardless, finally got to the pipe. Alright, last stretch. Honestly, I would have been so pissed with myself if I had gotten spotted here. Although those coins I picked up turned... Well, I used one of them here.
Whoa.
Guard goes to check that out, and I slip by. And... here we go. So at this point I'm pretty much safe. We're getting to the fourth part of my plan at this point, where it all comes together. So what I've done is I got the security details plan, which included their code 17, which gets everybody in the safe room. Then I went and got the bodyguard's cell phone, which I need because he is the only one authorized to enact code 17. Then I snuck up to the safe room and planted a remote explosive, which I then can initiate code 17 and explode the remote explosive when they make it to the safe room. So I snuck out here near the exit, and now I make that phone call.
Attention all security. We have a code 17. I repeat, we have a code 17. Secure Peacock and Cobra. Over.
Alright, I split the clip again because there was a lot of me waiting for them to both get into the safe room. So here we are. I've equipped the remote detonator, and they're both in the safe room. So here we go.
Down
Kaboom.
47. Victor Novikov
An
is
explosion
next.
kill. And
targets
I'm
are down.
exiting the
Great
room.
work. Now head
And for
towards
some
an exit.
reason, an accident kill. I honestly don't know what happened to make it look like an accident. I mean, I used high freaking explosive. And then I walked off. That was the Paris showstopper mission. One way to do it. I thought it was a fun way to do it. You guys can be the judge of that. Let's see what I did as far as the score goes. Mission accomplished. Suit only. And score. Here we are. Not great. I was never spotted. But bodies were found, and I don't know. Anyway, comments, questions, always welcome.